Welcome back to 40 Acts Live, and you can see we've sought refuge in a cafe because it is pretty disgusting outside, but we're in our 5th week of our generosity challenge, and what's been nice is hearing not only about how you're daily tackling each challenge, but for some of you 40 Acts has had a real profound effect on your whole life. We heard how Carla has joined the police force. As part of my 40 Acts, I've signed up as a special constable. That means I'll be a police officer, but will do it completely voluntarily. I've had to do loads of written exams and have been going to the gym every day in preparation. This position won't just last for 40 days, as I've signed up for the minimum of 2 years. I felt I really wanted to give back to my local community. On Saturday, lots of you sent in examples of generosity kits you made for Act 22 Essentials. Katie sent in pictures of the essentials she'd been putting together, including a spare carrier bag, toothpicks, painkillers, and £1 coins for emergency phone calls or a trolley token. She's also in the process of making hygiene kits for the homeless to keep in her handbag. These include things, we all take for granted, like shower gel, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, and antibacterial hand gel. Thanks so much, Katie, for those ideas. Monica sent in a story about how she combined last week's Fair Enough Act with Mothering Sunday. 28 people gathered for breakfast at Wamford Methodist Church in Exeter, with the men and children serving food to the ladies.
Fair trade breakfast this morning on Mother's Day for a variety of reasons. I have a heart for fair trade and I have a heart for fellowshipping, especially with the church and making people welcome, and I think it's really good to be able to do that over a meal. So we had a fair trade breakfast, and I also like to bless people, so they've had a breakfast and hopefully they'll stay for our service, and it's been a wonderful morning.
It was brilliant seeing them share breakfast together as a church family. Now, Tuesday's act was called Stand, and Alex, Adam and Ruth from the stewardship team filmed a periscope to tell you all about the causes that they're really passionate about.
The craziest thing that I've ever done to stand up for something I believe in, I may have once purchased 170 copies of the Sun newspaper and then set fire to them.
Why did you do that?
There was a headline at the time about Muslims being terrorists, and it was quite inflammatory, and I found it particularly offensive, and it was just a spur of the moment thing. I just didn't want anyone in my community reading that and being subjected to that. And it was recorded and then went viral on social media, which I kind of wasn't expecting, which sparked a petition on a petition website which got over 40,000 signatures and was featured in The Guardian and on the BBC.
Which is amazing, it's just amazing.
So I kind of wasn't really expecting that response.
Now, who doesn't love a cake or two, particularly with a cup of coffee? Well, this week we all got stuck in baking for this week's act, Bake Off. And one youth group, Urban Saints, made loads of baked goodies.
Today we're really excited to be taking part in the 40 Acts Bake Off Challenge.
We're going to make some cakes and then we're going to hand them out to people in Luton.
Okay, so we've got our cakes and now we're going to head out into town to see who we can find.
Really simple 40 acts that we'll be doing. Basically random acts of kindness, so.
Shall we take that one there?
And surprised one of their leaders whose birthday it was. Unbeknownst to her, they made a whole load extra just to surprise her. Thanks so much for sending in all of your wonderful stories. If you're flagging a bit, we are at week 5, so just keep going. Honestly, your stories have been really inspiring. Enough from me, particularly on this hammock, but see you next week. Bye!